2023 Tiny Desk Contest Top Shelf Series is presented by Capital One and supported by Guayaquil Yerba Mate, who thank NPR Music for creating a platform to search for the next great undiscovered artist. Big Dreams, Tiny Desk.
Welcome, everybody, to the Tiny Desk Top Shelf. I'm Bob Boylan. I'm here at my desk at NPR, and I get to sit here when amazing music isn't happening, in which case I'm on the other side of the desk listening and looking in and just thrilled to do this. And the Top Shelf is this contest we do. It's nationwide, and we're looking to find the next great undiscovered talent to play here at the Tiny Desk. That's what the winner gets to do, and they get to go on tour as well, which is really thrilling. This is the 9th year we've done this. We've had some amazing winners in the past. We look forward to announcing soon the winner of this year's contest, and I can't wait for that. We received entries, thousands of them, and you can watch them by going to npr.org/tinydeskcontest, and it's a great rabbit hole to go down. And before we announce the winners, all of our judges have been coming on doing this top shelf, so you can go back and watch some of these others. But we've all been sort of bringing you some of the favorites out of the many, many videos we've watched. And today, we bring on Sharon Van Etten. Hi, Sharon.
Hi, Bob. How's it going?
Really great. And I'm really thrilled and eager, having dug into so many of these videos, to see what you've done. Now, you've played To See What You Love. You've played the Tiny Desk twice, which doesn't happen very much. You were one of the very early ones, I think, maybe in 2010, maybe we were about a year and a half into doing Tiny Desk concerts. Do you remember that feeling, what it was like?
I was definitely, I'm still a shy kid at heart, but back then I was still learning how to perform, I'd only been touring with a very minimal band arrangement for about a year, if that, when I got to play Tiny Desk. And I just remember thinking, how can I do a stripped down version that honors the song? And I was singing with my friend Kat Martino at the time.
Oh, right, yeah. So it was you an acoustic guitar and Kat singing on, yeah. That's right. And this is our old building. We've gone through 2 desks in 2015 and moved here. Right. So you've been at both of them. And do you remember the feeling? And do you have any advice, because you've done it twice, for this winner who may come here? Thoughts?
I think, just inhabit the space, and, you're there because people want you there, and to just center yourself and be yourself and know that you're going to be taken care of and that people are watching, being your champion, But it's nerve-wracking.
Yeah, it is nerve-wracking, but also supportive and thrilling. So let's go through this. We're going to play, 8 or 9 videos of things that you've loved. And let's start off. Where do you want to go?
I guess we're going to start with Kelly Nichols' Holy Affliction.
And do you want to say anything about it before we play it, or should we just go right into it?
Yeah, why don't we go right in, I guess. I just was moved by it.
Awesome. Let's do it.
Holy affliction, heart full in his scars, creature of condition, and form into thine eyes. What peace shall be seen? Those who dare to breathe such holy affliction with silence at its feet.
For those who don't know that instrument, that's a harmonium. It's kind of like a pump organ, but you hand do it, and it's very. If you're ever in a room with harmonium, it's very, very powerful, right?
Oh yeah, I can feel it in my body every time.
Wow.
But it's like I can't tell with that song, like if it's the melody and like the build that she has vocally, or if it's the harmonium that does it to me as she plays it, as she breathes. And it's so simple, but it's very, I don't know, it got me. It makes me tear up every time I hear it.
Wow. When people submit to the contest, they often write a little about what they were thinking when they wrote the song. And Kelly Nichols wrote, she said, when I was at my friend's cafe, without any previous plans to do so, I just turned to her abruptly and I was like, I need to leave. I'm going to write a song. And that is just like, and that is, you, as a songwriter, does that happen to you where all of a sudden you feel welled up? It works different for everybody. Do you ever feel that like, oh my God, excuse me?
Yeah, I mean, I think most people that are creatives or writers, you get inspired by a moment and you hope you don't forget it. I mean, thank goodness for my notes and my phone and having a notebook when I can. And, I feel lucky to have a place to record while I'm at home. So, those types of things, I feel like you have to ride that wave when it comes because you don't know when it's going to happen again. And I don't know, I admire that quality for people to be able to ride that wave.
Awesome. So that's Kelly Nichols. This is the second time she's entered the contest. She's from Cape Coral, Florida. Let's go to Crystal Rose. And want to tell us anything about this people should look out for?
I mean, when I first saw it, I thought the video was really striking. I thought the way it was shot was incredible, while also still documenting like an incredible live performance between she as a singer and her band as a very, again, not overly produced, just very raw in a space and shot really well. It felt very cinematic, but simple to me too.
Awesome. The song's called Mad Black Woman. It's by Crystal Rose.
Pin me down, tie me up, keep me out. Tell me I'm better or what are you afraid of? Who I be when I find out I'm somebody? Telling you there ain't no stopping. Walk me down as criminal. Said, baby girl, you better keep your head up. Eyes front, falling, lying, always playing. Stay poised and loyal. Maybe I've grown tired of keeping it together. Sometimes I wanna fuck your shit up. Sometimes I wanna tell you what's up. Try to bring me to my knees and temper with my peace. So I cannot afford to be a bad, bad woman. Pull me close only when you need me. For your win, you got my style, like my music and my dancing. But call me wild if I'm speaking to defend me. Cannot afford to paint me in multiple dimensions. I am the seed, I am alive. My ancestors' pride, but it was strength in God. Yes, I intend to rise.
Yeah, that is a beautifully shot, great voice. I want to just say to people that, we ask people to enter the contest that though we as judges might really love seeing these beautiful productions and the band, background singers way up top in the sunlight in the background and all, that's not what we judge a contest winner, because they're going to be behind the desk. None of that's going to matter. Even the sound of the recording, if it's not great, doesn't matter. We try to look for the sheer talent, and she had an amazing voice and rises to that occasion for that. So it's there. The super great quality is there, but
yes, emotive, emotive, intense. I mean, and coming from a perspective, that I think is important to hear, but, very, I just think it's very emotional, and I think that as a singer, she just has something really special. But I agree
Yeah.
with you in that I don't want artists to think the production part isn't as important
Yeah.
as the song and as the performance either.
We've had many a winner who had a single phone camera, no microphones, who just shot and they wound up here at the desk and their life changed. So beautiful things to look at if they happen to do it, but doesn't weigh in the decision making. That was she's from Crystal Rose is from Nashville, Tennessee. First time entering the contest. Great voice. Where to? Helmer Noel. Tell me about Helmer Noel.
When you're talking about the like a simple setup, like a minimal arrangement, but I again, like I'm a singer first, I'm a songwriter second. I'm moved by a voice and then a song. And I feel
Mm-hmm.
like his melody was, it struck me, and his range is really incredible. And I just loved how humble and like kind of inside himself he was in this performance.
Good. Let's listen to Helmer Noel. The song is called "Start Again."
Open the shades, time to pull off the covers. Feeling the weight of my dreams starting to shudder. Can't snooze anymore and expect opportunity to walk itself right through that door. Underneath there lies a world that's undiscovered. Lately I've been feeling I've been undercover, and I think that it's time that I get up out my way before I start to go insane. And it's all okay, feeling lost, but I think I'm on my way. On my way. I thought I'd seen the end, just had to pick up and start again. Start again. Now and then I'll take a ride on my brainwaves. Take a breath and count the time that I've wasted. Now I see it was me. Doesn't mean this fear won't stop me again. But in the end, I know it's worth it. Tribulations and trials, I deserve it. My desire like fire will burn after all that I've been through. And it's all okay, feeling lost, but I think I'm on my way. On my way.
Well, I remember his Helmer Noel's entry from last year too, and that voice, pretty outstanding. And one of the things that I remember reading about him this year was that there was inspiration to this song because he sort of hit rock bottom and didn't. I don't remember exactly how he worded it, but didn't have the confidence in his voice and felt like giving up. And then you see that and you go, oh, how can you think that?
Mm-hmm.
But we finding confidence as a songwriter and as a singer is hard. You lose it, you get it, you know,
Mm-hmm.
right?
The ebb and flow, and eternally seeking gratitude, right? For
Yeah.
having a gift and learning how to share it. It's very vulnerable, but the way he presented himself, I feel like he's owning that vulnerability in a way I really connected with.
That's beautiful. This is, as I said, a second time entering the contest. One of the Tiny Desk team members left me this note that I didn't go on the tour last year. So last year he performed in Seattle on our tour, and it was his first live performance ever. And the note left to me was that he crushed it. He just did so well. So, yeah. So many things happen when we do these tours. We will not only have the winner go on all the different stops of the tour, but we look at artists we loved who entered the contest, who live in the vicinity of that, and we reach out to them and perform. So that's how he got to, perform for the very first time. I assume it was at KEXP in Seattle. for the Tiny Desk tour last year. Helmer Noel, we go to Cat Wolff.
I love this song. I love her spirit, her energy. It kind of just reminds me of when you want to go lock yourself in a room and kind of get it out of your system, you know. I connected with the vulnerability of sitting down to an instrument and having a catharsis of some kind, so you're able to move forward. And the simplicity of sitting at the piano and feeling your voice in a room. It's really special.
The song is called All Myself.
So the sun melts away, fuzzy and frayed, the edge of a day on some pigmented page of all the colors that strayed, the ones you could taste, all the lines on your face, all the violet layers and poetic grace, words fragile as lace. Well, could you move at my pace? Is it some kind of race? And do you think I'm crazy, blind as a fairy tale? Tell me, baby, have you any faith? Said I was your favorite, was that not the case? And your crystal is strange, and say we're one and the same. Well, could you learn how to stay? Do you know what it takes to grow without breaking it all, just to say, well, honey, I can't be tamed. I'll be damned if you claim me. No, no, you couldn't pay what it cost to create all myself, all I made. No, no, you couldn't pay. You couldn't pay.
Cat Wolff, all myself. I'm guessing, and you sort of hinted at that. Did you relate to that kind of performance where you're alone, you're with your instrument, you're in a room? Did you do that as a teenager?
I still do it. But whenever I'm feeling something intensely and I don't have a way to communicate it very well, for me, the healthiest thing to do is to pick up an instrument and sing stream of consciously and just let it out however it gets out. People don't have to hear it. You know, I don't, for the most part, I do not share that stuff, but you know, sometimes it'll turn into a song that really helps me change my mood or change my perspective or help me move forward. And those are the things I choose to share with people. But yeah, I connect with that feeling.
Yeah, she had a wonderful voice, and the way she accompanied herself also, I thought she really understood her expression, if that makes sense. The two things really worked well together, voice and piano. She said, when she wrote in, she said, the only thing I was thinking when I recorded this was to be as honest as possible, which I think is a beautiful thing. And then said a little later that I am me, and that's the most profound and challenging gift I've got, and I hope to encourage others to explore the same for themselves, which is also a pretty beautiful thing to say. So, Cat Wolff. Anything to add?
I just, you know, I think always be you. I always tell people if you ever feel like if you can't be yourself around someone, that's a big red flag that maybe you're not supposed to be around them. So
makes a lot of sense and good advice. We're going to go to Kinor, and I am so thrilled you picked this. First of all, it's at the other end of a spectrum that, I mean, there are very few things that came in quite like this. And, you know, when I first watched it, because, you know, you watch a lot of them and you don't focus on the details on every one of them. To me, I just want the music to hit me, and then I'll worry about the video. But I'm just going to say this to everybody out there, and Sharon, you can add to it if you want. But the instruments listed besides guitars and vocals is protein powder, jam, pickles, mortar and pestle, olive oil, water, pot, lid. So, right? Is that what that attracted you to it, or did you just love the
Well,
melody?
I love the inventive setting. I loved, like I just felt like they had so much fun together in a room together. I don't know. It's just I feel like it just fits when I think of Tiny Desk. It made sense to me. But.
Awesome. Yeah. Good. Let's play Kinor and a song called COVID-19. That protein powder sounded great.
Just like the water pouring and like the intimacy of it, and just friends hanging out in a kitchen, and just sharing the love and the gratitude of the workers, and it just felt celebratory and in a very inventive setting.
Indeed. There was, the song's called COVID-19, and when I saw that, when I first watched it, I thought, what are we going to get into? But then that brought humor to it. But they do say, this is Elder Teeny, the guitarist, the vocalist, said that struggling with the challenges of lockdown while acknowledging that were many of the problems they were facing with the pandemic. But also at the same time, people are facing war. There's just levels of difficulty and things that people have to deal with. And so he had the internal struggle of dealing with COVID-19, but at the same time, there are people in this world dealing with things that are even more intense and worse than that. And they put all of that into this message in this song that's so lighthearted. And as you say, friends in a kitchen, and it's really beautiful. One of the beauties of music is how you can bring a heavy subject into a lighthearted piece and actually makes it more poignant in some ways.
Absolutely. I couldn't say it better.
So we're going to go now to Naia Lika. And tell me about Naia Lika.
On this one, I was moved by just the simplicity again of her. She was sitting in a chair with her friend that did really beautiful arrangements. I don't know if his name is on here, but he was multitasking, playing like a mini log, I think it was, while also doing program beats, but it was still very subtle and allowed her voice to be heard.
Mm-hmm.
And really about struggling with her own sexuality, and in this really beautiful melodic narrative that I don't know, I liked friends supporting each other while she's grappling with her identity.
Awesome. So let's play the song Comforter.
Please don't tell me who you've been loving on. Leave some room right between me and the other one. Setting off all the alarms tastes like chemistry. When you're there for me, kiss me carefully. How can something right feel so uncertain? Oh, many moons ago. Hope it's mutual. And I'm saying ready under my comforter. I wanna comfort her, feeling ready. I'm tangled up with you.
Naia Lika is the artist. She's from Sherman Oaks, California. First time entering the contest. So, we do this contest every year, right? Look for around the top of the year-ish. If you feel like you are seeing things and thinking, I can do this, it'll come around for year 10. But when you watch these, and we send you a lot of them, what are you looking for?
I mean, it's so, first of all, I have to say it was so hard. There's so many amazing artists that you shared with us. And, I think at the end of the day, I know what I love. But you were looking at, for me, it's like, I'm trying to be a little bit outside of myself, but my tastes are still my tastes.
Right.
So that's the tricky balance. But I just love a melody. I love a build. I love a lift. I love something that's emotive. Although everything I've listened to has been emotive. So, but yeah, I love a good melody, a chorus. It doesn't have to be A or B, it can just be something that grows and grows. And for that song, Naia Lika, which I just saw, his name is Jace Floyd, who did the keys. He did the piano and the pad and the beats, which added so much to support her. But I don't know, I love a build, I love a melody, but also the message, once I get hooked into the melody, adds to the meaning. So I think her message is, just that frustration of finding yourself is a constant for us all, right? The constant seeking of who we are. So I think that's something relatable as well is important.
It's always hard to understand how it is that when you do write a song like that, like she's written that song, is how it winds up changing you. Like, I'm sure you wrote songs 10 and 15 years ago that were really powerful, trying to figure things out in life. And does the actual song and then going out performing it night after night after night, the meaning must change in this song to you as years progress. And I don't know, I have a direct question for you other than, do you find, I guess, songwriting healing in some ways for you in your life? Is that something that happens?
I mean, definitely when I first write a song, it's healing. It gets me out of, I usually write when I'm going through something very intensely, and I'm trying to process my own emotions because I'm I'm not great at communicating in the heat of a moment. For me, I find it best to step back and reflect, and then I'm able to communicate in a healthier way.
Yeah.
And so by talking about and performing those songs over and over again,
Yeah, right.
did I know,
That's a
did I
different
know
story.
did I know that's what I was signing up for when I first started writing? No. But it depends on the day. It depends on where I am in my life and just in that moment or that part of the tour or what city I'm in, where it's easier or harder to reflect on where I am now and what that song means to me now and what it meant at that time. But I think it's always good to reflect as long as you're still have your foot in the present door.
Beautiful. Just have a few more. Alexis Janae. You want to bring us to that song? This is a song called Foolish.
Yes. When I first heard this song, I just felt like it was a really beautiful and relatable and heartfelt and vulnerable, but we'll talk more after the video.
Okay, let's do that.
Your best friend told me I could do better than you. My mama told me don't you ever settle, can afford to lose. Promised I would take my time, but I fought too hard even when I tried, and somehow I still end up wasting my time. Maybe I'm foolish, I'm just a little insecure. Maybe I'm stupid, maybe I don't know what I want. Maybe I'm foolish, I'm just a little insecure. Maybe I'm stupid, maybe I don't know what I want. Maybe
Her phrasing's so cool.
Yeah. And that's Alexis Janae. She writes about this song, kind of about it being like making wrong choices in life, I think is how I took it, and said something which is that she feels that the lyrics made her acknowledge the fact that one of the things that she's picking wrong, or I guess making wrong choices, was because she lacks self-love. And that's a really powerful thought, and bringing that and trying to tell everybody that, I think that takes courage and beauty.
I know. I mean, I feel like you've got to learn from, things that become mistakes, but you don't always know in the moment. I'm a deep believer in when you fall, you fall. And
Yeah.
if it's not meant to be, then you take from that experience and seek better, seek change.
Mhm.
But I think that in between, in that limbo of finding yourself and what it is that you're looking for, to be able to explore it on a stage, is again that vulnerability that I feel like you have to have as a performer, for me, to really connect with it and to feel like I believe you. And
Yeah.
I could really feel that emotion in her voice.
Well, I love these picks. We're going to do one more. I'm just going to say to people before we play it, because we'll play it and we'll say goodbye and then play it, which is that the winner of the Tiny Desk contest is coming soon, like really, really soon. So stand by for that. If you want to watch many of these, well, first of all, we played little cuts here. The full versions of all of these is going to be in a little playlist on the YouTube channel. But also know that if you want to just go down the most wonderful rabbit hole of seeing things like people playing with mayonnaise jars or whatever, their protein, whatever, to someone as powerful and singing songs like Alexis Janae, you can go down that rabbit hole by going to npr.org/tinydeskcontest and just watch so many entries, thousands and thousands and thousands of entries, and it's really fun to do that. We'll announce the Tiny Desk Contest winner, as I said, and we'll have one more Top Shelf episode after this one, and that will be with the winner. Subscribe to the NPR Music's YouTube channel so that when that is happening, you will know about it. And you can watch past YouTube episodes of Top Shelf at the NPR Music YouTube channel. I love your choices today, Sharon. What are you going to take us out on?
Thank you, Bob. It was really hard, like I said, but you had so many amazing videos to share with us, and I guess we're gonna close out with I don't know if I'm saying it right, but Malin Safety Net. Malin.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry,
Malin.
it's right here.
Yeah.
Malin Safety Net. Just a really sweet, beautiful, intimate performance that I thought had really beautiful backing vocals and just so intimate and just great message.
Awesome. So let's enjoy Malin. And this is her first time entering the contest and from Dallas, Texas. And we got videos from all over and the U.S., Puerto Rico. It's really, really a thrill to see these. So thank you. If you entered the contest, thank you for the efforts you put in. Your videos, were watched and cared for. In the end, we'll pick a winner. But there are many that stick with us, and maybe you'll even wind up on tour, part of the tour that happens. You just, in one of the cities, you never know. Sharon, thank you so much for these choices and for investing all this time and listening to all this really cool music. And I know it was a hard job.
Thank you for having me. It was a hard job, but everyone did such a great job, and it was an honor to be a part of it. So thank you all for having me on.
Fabulous. Be well, everybody. For NPR Music, this is Top Shelf. I'm Bob Boylan and the Tiny Desk Contest. Take care.
I got questions piling them up from the floor to the ceiling. It gets messy though. Would you get it? Would you stick around if you knew all my feelings? Would you let me go? When I cry, you don't lie. You just pull me closer. Maybe I'm safe this time, leaning on your shoulder. All I know is that it feels so good when I let go. Dive in deep. You're my safety net when I'm falling. Yeah, you're my best friend. Maybe that's why I'm so scared of you leaving. Without you, I slip. On a tightrope, losing my balance is one of my talents. I'm already all in. Oh, this time.